Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our community. If you're new, I'm Jen. We're doing a realistic plan with me video. So we are always going to be super realistic in that this is 4 weeks we're talking about. We are not going to change our lives in 4 weeks. You can follow along with me. I do have a Notion template. I will put it in the comments below in the description, and you can follow along, or you can just watch this if it inspires you. I honestly don't refer back to this document at all throughout the 4 weeks. But it always ends up that I actually do end up accomplishing a lot of my goals because 1, I'm super realistic about it, and 2, because writing out your goals and actually taking a second, which we never do generally, to think about your goals for the month and how they're going to kind of feed into this larger goal that you might have for yourself. Even just taking this time to do that and to write it down, it sets an intention for the month, and it ends up pretty much most of the time coming to fruition. And if it doesn't, that's what this time here is for. We're going to reflect really quick. I don't think that you care that much on what I didn't do and did do from last month, but I do think it's really important to reflect on the month before so that we can figure out what we need to kind of course correct or bring into the next month. So we're going to really quickly go over my goals for May and see what worked out for me and maybe what didn't. So I always have chapter markers. So if you want to skip through this reflection portion or kind of just pause it while you reflect on yours, feel free. But this is where I'm going to start. So in May, my intention was to get settled and inspired. So I did just quit my 9-to-5 job and am now trying to start this new life of freelance, of trying to make a business of my YouTube channel. And my main intention for this month was to just get settled and get inspired rather than putting pressure on myself financially or, to overwhelm myself with clients. And that's exactly what I did, for sure, those 2 things. So let's go into goals really quick. These are overarching goals. Secure at least 1 income stream. Recurring. Actually, yeah, I got a brand deal that's recurring for the next 3 months. And then I'm pretty sure I secured my 1 client that I did a trial episode for. We have a call next week. I'm pretty sure I secured it. Settle into a new normal. I think I'm just starting to. And I did run a strong half marathon. I actually accomplished my goal of under 2 hours. So check that off. To do this month, post 2 videos a week. Yes. I didn't really edit them, to be honest, and I didn't pitch any brands. Health and wellness, yep. Electrolytes. This was the month of my half marathon, so it's health and wellness heavy. I did all of this. Intentional date night with Ethan. Not that I remember, honestly. Intentional. Oh, yes, after my half marathon. Who am I kidding? Quality time with family in Florida. Very much so. And a girls' night right before I left for Florida. Okay, great. All right, we zoomed through that. Let's jump into June. Oh my God, I cannot believe we're in June. Okay. What is my intention or theme for this month? To get organized with content and to level up my content game. I took my opportunity to get settled. I feel like I have enough clients in the freelance world. Like I'm not worried about it anymore. And I really just want to prioritize doing wellness unfiltered videos all the time, coming up with a new series for TikTok now that I'm not doing my podcast, just really getting leveled up with my content and taking it really seriously in terms of we're still having fun with it. I'm being myself. But in terms of I have this time now, I want to make it my career, a large part of it. So how can we level up? That's the intention. My why is we spoke about this last month, but I confess that I have been really kind of tailoring my why to sound pretty to other people. And I'm so much more driven now about my future that I want to use my why as a chance to drive myself forward. And I think it's okay for that to be selfish because that's what's going to drive you forward. To create a long-lasting career doing what I love creatively on YouTube. June goals. I do not do more than 4, and these are more of my overarching goals, and then we go into action items on what I can do to actually accomplish the goals. So if you're curious the difference, if you're following along between goals and the to-do items, that's the difference. So to only take on projects that light me up. I don't want to hold myself to a standard where it's only take on projects you love, but if it lights me up for any reason at all, those are the projects I want to take on rather than draining my energy, chasing only finances, and just not having enough time or energy for my own work. I want to take on projects that actually inspire my own work. Have fun with fitness. I just finished my half marathon training cycle, and I'm going to be entering a full marathon training cycle for my first time ever at the end of next month. So June for me is have fun with fitness again, try all the workout classes, That's my goal. And then lock in all wedding vendors. So I'm really close. My next ones that I have to lock in are really just video, photo, and locking in a band. So I think I can do that all this month. And that's where we draw the line on goals because, again, it's only 4 weeks. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Okay, to do this month, social media, film wellness unfiltered videos, and schedule them in. Find a new wellness unfiltered video editor. By the way, if you're watching and you are a skilled video editor, I need a highly skilled video editor for my wellness unfiltered videos. Go check them out. They're highly edited. They are, as of right now, I've been working with a really talented editor who takes them and elevates my content so much for my wellness unfiltered series. I like that one to be highly produced. I have a videographer come in. I produce the whole thing. So I am really looking for a new editor for that because she no longer has the bandwidth. Email me if you are up for hire. Start a TikTok series. Now that I am pausing on the podcast, I really want to still use my interview skills, and I will be with my Wellness Unfiltered videos, but I'm feeling really inspired to kind of do those interviews in a more short form way where I kind of interview for maybe 30 minutes and I cut that down to like a, I don't know, less than 5-minute video. I have this specific idea that I really want to start. Personal, wedding planning, book all vendors, get a business credit card. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's good. I, again, don't want to overwhelm myself. I leave 3 check boxes just because I like the idea of whatever the goal is, having 3 action items to get to that goal. But it's 4 weeks, so it's okay if there's less than 3 action items per section. Attend more workout classes, do more intentional workouts in the gym. I want to try to do like runner strength in the gym. I would say that's it for that. I do want to ice bath more this summer, but I'm going to leave that maybe for another month. I think there's enough going on this month. Relationships, 1 girls' night, 1 date night with Ethan, and 1 family quality time. So if you're new, I do this every single month. I just have this down every single month to make sure I have 1 girls' night, 1 date night, 1 family night. And this is obviously like the more the better, but should be at least 1 every month because that is just as important as anything else. Okay, now usually here I have half marathon training, but obviously this month I don't. So we have a lot of actually financing and budgeting type of stuff to do, but let's start with social media. So market research, I've honestly been doing that while I've been, off the last few weeks since quitting my job. So I don't really need to do that, but I am going to plan my videos for YouTube. I have a few sponsorships coming up. I have a running content calendar. I use Rella for this, which I love. It's like a totally separate thing than my Google Calendar. I just like to kind of have everything in this one place. And I recently learned how to totally tailor it with all of these tags that you see here. I'm just absolutely loving it. So if you want a separate video on Rella, let me know. But I'm going to go by month for June and just kind of go through my videos that I have set, rejigger them, plan some sponsored videos that I have, and just figure all that out. So I'm going to fast forward through this. And we're back. So you can see here that I have planned out the 2 days a week that I'm posting for the next 4 weeks. And for example, you can kind of see how I use Rella here for how to start running and actually enjoy it. I was able to put tasks in here. So I'm sending this to an editor. So I have to get it sent to them by a certain day. So I'm planning out when I'm scripting the video, filming it, and sending the footage over. And when I click on this calendar here, it is like the exact time that I want to, it's kind of my deadline for the task. And then when you go to my Google Calendar, it comes up like this. It's a really cool feature of Rella. I do have a 50% off code for your membership for Rella, which is an amazing deal, Gen50. I'll put that again in the description below, but let's keep it moving. So lastly, I just want to go over finances, which I have for the entire year been just putting off organizing my finances, budgeting, all of that. And here are kind of my action items. I spoke about this in the vlog that will be coming out, I believe, Tuesday. but I've been reading I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Have learned a lot, and I also just started a freelance LLC. So I'm just kind of like in this phase of organizing my finances. I need to get a business credit card so that I don't have to do this in the future, which is file all my business expenses in a separate tab so that I'll have that at the end of the year for tax season. But ideally, I'll just have my credit card that I'm going to open, and that bank statement will be all the expenses. I don't have to like file them separately, and I will put all of my, recurring subscriptions on there. So I'm going to do that once I finish filming this video. I am also going to review all of my income from the month and put 20%. I need to like look up a little more research on that. I believe it'll be 20% of all my income into a savings account for taxes at the end of the year for the self-employment tax, invoice, anything that's outstanding, which I actually have a separate workspace. So this is my content workspace. I have a separate freelance workspace in Rella where I can see what's been paid, what's still outstanding, and what I maybe haven't done an invoice for yet. So I can generate the invoice right here, which is really, really cool. And I know I said all this stuff out of order, but that's essentially what I'm going to go over and do right now when I hang up with you guys. If you want a complete separate like finances budget with me, freelance finances at the end of the month routine or whatever, let me know. I'm going to do this off camera as I kind of figure it out, but I would love to get a routine set similar to this goal setting routine where I can kind of come on every month and do my finance stuff with you guys. I'm just trying to read up, research, get everything organized so that I can then get into a routine to film maybe some budgeting videos. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested in seeing that. Comment down below what your goals are for the month of June if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.